Oh. Don't go towards the light, Janet. Darkness, like velvet, surrounds me, warm and soft, blacker than the blackest night. But somewhere in that void, there's a guiding star. It's the only thing that I can see, my only point of reference. And so, of course, I walk towards the light. The light is the way out. Home. My family. My future. It's all waiting for me in the light. But wait, isn't that what they say about heaven? I don't want to go to heaven, not yet. I don't want to die. I turn to walk away from the light, but the darkness behind me has become solid. I punch and kick at the solid wall of black behind me, and only succeed in pushing myself towards the light. I don't want to walk into the light. If I can't go back, at least I can stand still until I work out what's going on here. Right? And then the ground under my feet begins to slope. Whoa! What? Something like... Oh, that was probably the black screen behind this, like, twirling out of existence. I just saw it beyond the, like, silver TV display screen that's going on here. I just saw this black square go... Anyway, what was that? I don't know what I was dreaming, but I heard a noise somehow that woke me up. I just can't quite remember what that noise was. There's no one here but me. I wait for a moment, but I don't hear anyone at the door either. Something feels wrong. It's too quiet. Quiet couldn't wake me up. It's like there was... an explosion? Maybe that short circuit did explode after all. Well, I need to find someone who can help. And the person I trust most in this place is just down the hall. Psst! Bradley! Wake up! I tap on his door, trying not to wake the rest of the house. Murmble? Murmble? Oh. Welp. A bleary-looking figure opens the door. Janet was... I was going to say something, but the thought is briefly knocked out of my head by the sight of Bradley's tanned, muscular, oh, and it's also entirely naked body. Aha. Man, you must have been very uncomfortable sleeping with her that first night, like, completely clothed. What is it? He notices me staring and looks down. Oh! He slowly slides back into his room and closes the door. Let me get dressed first. I hear some rustling and thumps as he moves about. The lights won't turn on. I heard an explosion or something. It woke me up. That's why I came looking for you. Give me a minute. I've got my shirt. Oh, if the power's out, that means the overload happened and the force field should be down. He steps out of the room again, pulling his jacket on. Let's go take a look. We tiptoe down the stairs, eager to see, but still trying to keep quiet. Beyond the front door... Oh, it's still there. A shimmering, twisted field of light remains. We just had the door open this entire time? Okay. I don't understand. How can that still be there if there's no power? Maybe it's weakened. Or maybe they weren't telling us the truth. Before I can stop him, he reaches out to touch the force field. His hand goes right through it. Whoa. What? It's working. We can leave. Come on, Janet, let's go see this new world of theirs. He takes my hand, and... is suddenly flung backwards. Oh, he's free to go. I'm stuck here. Why is this force field attuned to me? So many questions. What? I let go of his hand and poke the force field. It's just as solid as ever. Too late. Came back. That can't be right. He aims a punch at the force field, and his fist passes through with no resistance. But... you... Repeated tests confirm it. Bradley can reach through the force field, but I can't, and neither can he if he's touching me. That's why the shielding didn't work on me.
I don't understand.
Every time we think this house makes sense, it turns out that it doesn't. Could Linz and Nathaniel and the others have been lying to us all along? Does this force field affect anyone other than me? Maybe you should go out and look for help.
We can't go out.
I can't. You can.
What about you?
I'd wait here for you. Bradley looks at the force field.
If I went out there, I might not be able to get back in.
If it doesn't affect you...
I only got here in the first place because I was holding on to you. There's something very wrong in this house. From the beginning, they've been nice to you, but not me. They don't want me here.
Well, you did pull a gun on them.
And now they have that too. They could be planning to do anything to you. This field thing blocks you, but not me. You're trapped here, but not me. If I went outside, without you, I might never see you again. And I won't leave you behind.
That heart thump. Bradley. It's sweet of him to worry about me, but... should Janet insist that Bradley leave the mansion on his own? I don't want him to go. I don't think that would be the smartest idea. I feel like Bradley's right. He may not be able to come... I mean, the house might just warp out of existence, and then what? I don't know enough about the other people here. So, as selfish as it is, I'm gonna keep Bradley with me. Maybe there's a way to turn the force field off so we can both leave.
Losing power was supposed to do that.
Yes, but Linz has been up to something from the beginning, and they've been trying to hide it from us. Maybe the key to all this is in the basement.
It's worth a try.
Curious of every shadow and every trap that Linz has set for us, we make our way to the basement stairs. Down and around and down, until... an alarm starts ringing in our ears.
Where did that come from?
Should we go back?
It's too late now. We may as well find out the truth.
But at the bottom of the stairs, we find only a firmly locked door.
Damn it!
He rattles at the door a bit.
Can you pick locks?
I can try, but I've never actually managed to do it. I don't have much to work with, though. I don't even have a hairpin. Do you have any safety pins?
No. Maybe we should just break it down.
I think that's enough of that. Thank you very much. Cut! Busted! So, your true colors are revealed.
Bradley opens his mouth to speak, but I flick the side of his leg with a fingernail to distract him. What true colors? We heard an explosion and came down to see if everything was okay.
An explosion?
The power's cut out upstairs. Haven't you noticed?
Oh.
Wait a second. He actually looks worried. What's going on here? Hooray, we distracted him. Rapid footsteps echo down the stairs, and then Albin's gonna clock us both. Yeah, here we go.
You! There's no time. Get these two out of here. I have to see to the lab and hope it's not too late.
We still have more than a day. Apparently. Tuesday morning, fairly early, and the power is back on. Bradley and I are sitting in the main lobby under the watchful eyes of Albin and Nathaniel. Linz and Raphael are in the basement, still dealing with whatever went wrong last night. Nobody looks happy about it. At least they haven't locked me or Bradley up again. They've even promised to explain, once Linz and Raphael get back. So we wait. The grand lobby, so impressive when I first saw it days ago. Now, in this room, I can't help thinking about the force field that forms the bars of my prison. My prison. Whether it's a prison for anyone else, I can't say. We haven't told them about Bradley's discovery. If they don't know he can get out, he might be able to surprise them and escape later. If they do know that the fields don't affect him, they were only designed to affect me, Then at least playing dumb means they might underestimate him. I don't want to believe that these people we've met are evil. I have to date them all eventually, after all. Linz is strange, and Albin is a jerk, but he's a tsundere. But Raphael and Nathaniel have been kind to me. If it's all a lie... Aha! They're here. Now maybe we'll get some answers. I wouldn't count on it, Janet.
As most of you know, there was some difficulty with the power systems last night. The secondary generators compensated and there was no data loss. However, it's clear that the power demands are slightly higher than anticipated. It is important that we minimize consumption in order to prevent an overload. Therefore, we must disable the air conditioning and water heater.
Wait a second. I thought we were trying to cause an overload in order to shut down the force field.
We will be. Eventually.
Eventually?
Please, don't get upset.
Is there any reason I shouldn't be upset?
Yes, we just couldn't tell you. I was right all along. You have been hiding something from us. Not for the reasons you think. We've kept our secrets to save an innocent life.
Huh?
Come with us to the basement and you will understand.
Oh, we're finally gonna go into the basement.
And if you touch anything,
they will suffer quite inventive consequences. I'm sure they understand that. Give Bradley and Janet some credit. It is important that we all remain calm.
Everyone looks at Bradley, even me.
There's nothing I can do now anyway, so if you want to tell us what's going on, be my guest. Then follow me.
Together, we descend the stairs into the basement. I'm less frightened than I was the last time I was here, but still, I don't know what to expect. What have they been hiding from us all this time? And why now are they willing to show us? It is us that they're showing, Bradley and me. Whatever is down here, everybody else already knew about it. Down and around and down we go again. Oh. Are they trying to do a Frankenstein thing? What is this? Don't tell me she's a dead lady and they're trying to revive her. Inside the cavernous, unfinished space in Nathaniel's basement, someone has built a medical laboratory with flickering lights. There are computers and equipment, some that I recognize, some that I don't. And one patient, surrounded by tubes and wires, unmoving. We all hang back at the edge of the room, staring.
Who is she? My sister.
Aw, Albin, that's why you've been so protective of down here. Interesting. Well, Nathaniel did say that someone close to him was sick. Is she just sick? She's in a coma?
Not exactly.
Is she alive?
At the moment, she is neither alive nor dead, but in a state where she might potentially become either.
What does that mean?
A situation which will be altered when the procedure is complete.
And that's the experiment that's been counting down? This thing you're doing, it finishes tomorrow?
That is correct.
She looks like a sleeping princess in a fairy tale. The prisoner of a witch's curse trapped between life and death. What happens then?
Her spirit comes back, or is lost forever.
Which is why it is imperative that the procedure is not interrupted.
If the odds are only 50-50 at best...
You've seen what you needed to see. Now get out of here. I don't want you hovering over her. Can she hear us?
Bradley stares at her motionless form, his hand instinctively outstretched.
No. She is not there now. I just wanted to wish her well. Bianca will not remember, but we will.
Bianca?
Let us go.
Quietly, we file out of the experimental chamber, up the stairs, and back to the mansion proper. Okay, so they need the power to go into her for now. Why does that create a force field around the house? I guess they're like, I don't know, summoning her spirit back or something? I don't know. Maybe we'll get more explanation later. Oh, this is the first time I've seen this room. Nathaniel leads us to the sitting room and gestures for everyone to make themselves comfortable on the chairs and sofas. He remains standing, his fingertips lingering over the curves of the candlesticks atop the fireplace. The sunlight through the windows should be a pleasant relief from the unnatural environment of the laboratory below. But even here, if you look closely enough, you can see the patterns of the force field crawling across the glass. I feel like I need some water. I feel like my voice is just cracking all over the place. Why the force fields, then? Is that part of your experiment?
I am not entirely certain how they came about. There does seem to be some sort of feedback problem leaking into the electrical system. It was not intentional.
But we can't shut down and debug it at the moment. No, of course not. You could have told us from the beginning. What possible reason would there have been to trust you? Why would we have wanted to hurt your sister?
Huh. I don't know about your universe, but here, this sort of experiment happens to be illegal. Not to mention potentially lucrative if information came to the right hands.
Hence why you're like, who do you work for, you agents?
You thought we were spies?
Your arrival did seem rather coincidentally timed.
I shake my head. I don't know how things work here. I don't know what you're doing, or how dangerous it is. But as long as you haven't made false promises and everyone knows the risks...
We do.
I spread my hands and shrug awkwardly. I hope it works out for you. If force fields can spring up like magic in this world, then maybe some electrical process can bring someone back from a vegetative state. I just don't know.
Now that you know, you understand why it's important to control our power usage, and why we may all be rather distracted for the next 30 hours or so.
Yes, of course. And with that, the gathering dissolves. I catch Bradley's arm as he's about to follow Lynn's out of the room. Wait. Once everyone else is out of earshot, I continue. Should we tell them what we found out? About the force fields not affecting you?
I don't think it matters now.
What? Why not?
I don't really understand all of this medical magic stuff, but I understand Albin. That's his sister in there. Bianca. She looks like Albin, don't you think? Except so much more helpless.
Oh my god, Janet! Janet, that's your first... Yes, she's very pretty. I thought so too. He's not interested in her that way. He's just like, I'm here looking for my lost sister that I thought was murdered. And here's Albin, who I've been butting heads with, and he's being very overprotective of his sister. I can relate to him on this level. She's a lot prettier.
We don't know why I could reach my hand through the force field. Maybe it's because the power was down, so it was weaker. If we told them, they might want to do tests and poke at it and stuff. But we don't know how it works. If it's all connected, then messing with it might hurt Bianca somehow. I can't risk that. I can't touch anything that might break.
So, that's it? We just sit and wait?
What else is there? Come on, let's get some breakfast.
Actually, I'm thinking about going back to bed.
You're not feeling good?
I haven't had enough sleep, and I've been stuck out there worrying about what was going to happen for the past hour. I'm tired.
I haven't been sleeping well either. I've had these dreams. Well, I hope you feel better.
We're not going to talk about the fact that we've been having weird dreams together? Fine. Wake me in a few hours?
Sure. I'm gonna get some food and talk to Lynn's. I want to know more about this thing, and if there's anything I can do to help Bianca. Later.
And he leaves me behind, alone. Just a few hours ago, he was telling me that he never would. Janet. Janet. You left him alone first. He asked you to come with him for breakfast, and you said no. I don't know what I was expecting. I'm not an invalid. I don't need him to escort me to my room. I'll nap for a few hours, then get up, have some food, and figure out what to do with my day. Where am I? Why can't I see? Why can't I move? Somebody, please, help! Just a dream. I'm starting to worry that we're gonna get Janet's consciousness sucked out of her body and put into Bianca. Is that why is this house stuck in a time loop? And a wormhole opens up every 5 years in our universe and only a woman is able to come through because there's a woman here who's lost her soul or whatever? I'm not sure. I never explained at the beginning of the game that each guy has a good and a bad end, and there's a true ending, and you can only get the true ending by going through multiple endings first. I assume you'd have to go through the good endings for all the guys, probably. So I'm now starting to wonder if this is like a time loop thingy, maybe. I don't know. Already starting to theory craft, I guess. Whatever. We'll find out eventually. We'll find out more info, hopefully. Excuse me. It's probably about lunchtime by now. I slept longer than I meant to. I don't feel very well rested, though. I keep having dreams and none of them are pleasant. There's something. Some pervasive sense of wrongness through all of my dreams, but I can't put my finger on it. Didn't Bradley say he was having bad dreams too? It could be a natural reaction to being lost and far from home. We're in the wrong universe. It's hard for us to get further from our home. But why didn't Bradley come and wake me up? I must have been up here for hours. I guess he's found something more interesting to worry about. Oh boy.
She looks like Albin, don't you think? Except so much more helpless.
The moment he saw Bianca, I became less important to him. She's the sleeping princess, and he's the noble knight come to rescue her. No, that's stupid. I can't be jealous of a dying girl in a coma. Certainly not over him, Bradley. I don't even like him. He's just some stupid boy. I'm not. Hopelessly in love.
I won't leave you behind.
I'm not in love with him. I have to go join the others. No chance, no way, I won't say it, no, no. You swoon, you sigh, why deny it, uh-oh. It's too cliche, I won't say I'm in a love. Sorry, it just seemed appropriate at that time. Anyway.
E.
No E.
A.
1A. I. Yes, 2 eyes. And 2 eyes.
After dinner, we all tried to think of entertaining ways to pass the time and keep our minds off things. Albin suggested poker, but that requires stakes to bet with. Raphael doesn't approve of gambling anyway. Charades was obviously useless because we don't share a common popular culture. I've never heard of any of their books or movies. At the moment, we're playing their universe's version of Hangman without the hanging. The word so far is blank a blank I blank blank I blank blank. That's not a lot to go on. There's an I near the end with 2 letters after it. That could be an ing. How about N? We add the N and then the G, which leaves us with that. That didn't really help.
S.
R.
Lynn's nods and updates to R.A. blank. It's like raising, but there's still 2 letters.
T? No.
I'm pretty sure there aren't any more vowels. It's gotta be something that goes with S. L? M? P?
Cold as ice.
Perhaps H. The H is added to ravishing. Oh. Ravishing.
Indeed.
Pervert.
It's only a word. I don't understand why such an innocent game is all about death in your world. Well, it's a kid's game, right? And kids like to joke about death a lot.
And sing terrible songs about murdering their teachers and burning down their schools.
They're awful. Children say such things.
Never underestimate the viciousness of a small child.
Never let them out of your sight. Not all children are vicious. But yes, they do tell horrible jokes at school. And play nasty pranks. Like what? Tax on seats. Debagging.
Kick me signs.
Tying people's feet together.
Poison.
Poison?
Generally without success, but they do try.
Nathaniel shakes his head.
Even girls do these things.
If they don't like you. Or sometimes even if they do, if they think it's funny.
Young people don't understand the damage that they can do. They're used to broken things getting fixed. They don't see the harm.
Or they just don't care. Plenty of kids don't care about anything but themselves. Most of them grow out of it as they grow up.
Once you've lost something, once you have something to regret and know the pain, you think harder about the pain you cause to others.
Or you learn to live without regret. Another game, anyone?
Crap, we're getting down to the wire. I'm sinking, not in water, but in a substance as dark and sticky as molasses. It clings to my limbs with every movement, wearing me down. I'm not afraid, because it's so dense I can't sink quick. Well, let's try that failure of a sentence again. Because it's so dense, I can't sink quickly. It should be easy to stay afloat, at least for a while. It'll be alright as long as I stay calm. But I can't see anything. No light to guide me, no sign of help coming. How long can I hold on? 11 minutes, I guess. And then from nowhere, a force pushes my head down under the surface. I'm in bed. I must have slipped down somehow. I'm all tangled up in the sheets and there's no pillow under my head. No wonder I was struggling in my dream. Blearily, I pulled the sheet off my face. Whoa, what on earth? Oh. It's come inside the house now. So it pushed us. The force field, which was covering the windows and doors, blocking any escape from the house, has started to crawl inward. That's what shoved me down the bed. If the fields are collapsing, something must have gone terribly wrong. I need to get help. Everybody wake up! Slides out.
Overly dramatic, Janet.
But the force fields...
We know. Come downstairs. We've been waiting for you to wake up.
Why didn't you wake me up? That jerk! I hurry downstairs. Here, too, the force field has shrunk inwards a few inches away from the door.
Janet, thank goodness you're all right. Where's Bradley?
Bradley hops down the stairs behind me, still fastening his pants, his face a show of confusion and dismay. Obviously, Linz was playing some kind of prank on me back there. Well, never mind, Linz. What's happening? Nathaniel shakes his head.
There is no immediate cause for concern. The power coils are crystallizing on schedule. Everything is on target for the reintegration this evening. This is simply an unexpected side effect.
Unexpected side effect? You said the force fields were a result of power buildup interacting with the security system wiring around the doors and windows. I point at the freestanding shimmer, which is clearly not surrounded by a doorframe. Does that look like wiring to you?
It could still be projected. Somehow.
Clearly I was mistaken about the nature of the interference. It must be some sort of ethereal pressure differential relating to the growing potential energy.
Cut the technobabble and get to the point. Why aren't you more worried about this?
Simple logic. Those field effects have been discernible for days without noticeable change. Based on their demonstrated rate of expansion, they will not encroach on the laboratory before the process concludes. Therefore, they do not represent a substantial change in the risk projections for the procedure. Really, one has to expect a few unusual reactions when tampering with the forces of nature.
You were expecting something like this?
Fires, floods, explosions, hallucinations. These things happen.
I don't like the sound of this. No one asked you to come here. We all chose to take the risk, for Bianca's sake. If I could send the two of you to safety, I would.
But there is no way to escape without killing Bianca. At least not for me.
As I said, the risk parameters have not substantially changed. You can all go about your daily business. I will keep an eye on the lab.
God will watch over us.
But with the burning, twisting light of the force fields pressing in around us, how are we supposed to relax for the day?